You're right. How's your mother? Do you remember your first thoughts when you first came into the stadium as the manager of Manchester United?
Yeah, the first thing that everybody in the club was saying that I have to go alone to receive the warmth of the fans. I said no. I don't like that. I prefer to go as natural. One more in the team was incredible. I was not expecting full stadium. First game Europa League, Bodo Glimt at home, was a special moment. But I was so focused on the game. I was really concerned about the game.
The first day you walked into the training ground as a Manchester United manager, what were the early thoughts? You coming in and what you wanted to do?
The first thing was a good week to start because it was FIFA period with national teams. I arrived there, a lot of construction. The building was construction. We had to change, go to the left side because I remember the first time that I arrived 7 years ago to make an internship here was on the right side with Katy, was there still. The first thing is that you see the Manchester United, the letters. It's quite overwhelming the first moment, but then I saw Omar, I saw Jason, so I felt at home at the moment.
And what is the left from those early thoughts of what you were supposed to do? So you come in with your ideas, thinking, all right, I've got to do this. You've got to run your coaching and stuff. But what is there left from those early ideas now?
I think the job is still there. The job is still there. I can understand in this moment how big is the job. When I say how big, it's not that I'm concerned about that, but I understand better what we need to do. I have a clear vision what we need to do. In that moment, I was like trying to understand even the players, even the staff, how I want the staff, how I want the relation between everybody. So I think we did a lot of things. You cannot see that on the pitch, but we did a lot of things in these 6 months.
And then results, not all of them are arriving in the way that you want to. You go home, your family with you from day one?
Just they arrived 1 month later.
Okay. Imagine you go back home after a couple of bad results. Do you want to not talk about the football at that point? Or do you need to?
I don't talk when I arrive home. My wife knows me really well. My kids are not sensitive at that point because they say that the oldest one always say that in Portugal we won all the games. Here we cannot win 2 games in a row. So it's bad to listen that, but it's good in the same way. You can like. It's relative in that moment, but when I arrive home I try not to think about that, but it's impossible. But I try to be a family man and a father there, not the coach.
Right, so your body's there,
yeah,
but your mind is like...
That is something that I miss a little bit because for 6 years, 7 years I'm always thinking about football. Sometimes I think that I just want to disconnect like for 1 week. It's impossible. I miss that feeling. No, don't have another concern. Just enjoy life. Sometimes I'm a little bit tired of always thinking about football. But if you ask any coach, it's the same way.
Okay, so you don't talk about it at home, but you must find somebody. It must be somebody or somebody's that you need to ring to say, okay, I'm trying this. It's not working at the moment. What would you do? Or do you think of anybody that will give you a solution?
No, it's that part. It has to be myself. Of course, I listen to my staff. I have a very strong connection with my staff, the guys that are really near. For example, 2 guys that came with me since 3rd division in Portugal. Of course, we talk about, but it has to be me. So I have to see the games. I have to understand. And I'm always thinking about the way we play, about the system. I understand the things, the weakness of that system. So I'm trying all the time to understand what went wrong in every game.
I heard it from many managers, it's the solitude of being a manager, because at the end it's you and your thoughts. You've got millions of people giving opinions, telling you what you should do, booing you or clapping you, whatever. But at the end, it's just you. That's a bit scary, isn't it?
It is, but I think I always, since I'm a young kid, I like to be alone. So I never have that feeling that I'm alone here. It's only my job to fix everything. Of course, I know my role, but I like that feeling. But like I said, it has to be me. You cannot tell me what to do. It's impossible because I have to sell the idea to the players. And to sell the idea to the players, I have to feel it. It's a Latin thing. I cannot fake it. I have to feel it. If I don't feel it, I cannot sell your idea. Mm-hmm. So that's why since day one, when I start, I was thinking if I should start as a principal, a manager, or an assistant to learn the job. But I was thinking I have to be no matter what the division, I have to be the first one because I only want to sell my idea. I don't know how to sell any other idea.
And you just happen to be the manager of one of the biggest clubs in the world, no less. See if I get this right. When I hear you talk in the press conference, I hear somebody saying, just wait. It's not the time to judge. It will happen. Is that what you're trying to tell us?
It is, but it's not so direct because it looks like I'm defending myself. I know that if you are here, you have to perform right away. What I'm trying to explain to people is that I know what I'm doing, but at the same time, I don't want to ask a lot of time to do that because I'm always the guy that says high standards, and then this happen. It's really hard to cope with that because clearly in the results we have underperforming. So I want to explain that idea to the fans, but I don't want to defend myself in every press conference.
Finally, in the context of all that work that you put it in, and the hours, and the solitude and all that, you've got a cup final. Do you feel that, you must have been to you have been to other cup finals, that the feeling is the same, that everybody's wanting it and there's happiness about it?
I think you can see the environment is completely different. Even in our context, the week of the preparation for the final, even the matches before the final with Athletic Bilbao, with Lyon, the environment of the club is completely different. You see the fans. It's a little bit like the team. We are playing Premier League, but we are playing the Europa League Final, and you can see that. For me, when I say that is not the most important thing in our club, I really mean it. Because if you win Europa League in Manchester United, I'm really sorry, it's not a big thing. It's not a big thing. You can feel it here. You need to go for Premier League and for Champions League, and we are so far away that this is one step. That is my feeling, of course. Is winning a title, European title, but it's not enough, and I have that feeling all the time.
When I'm the chairman of a football club, we won a cup that is this big, and it's the happiest day of my life. So I think you feel the same if you win it.
Yeah, of course. I will be if I win in training. If I win one game, I'm really happy. But is that feeling that is not enough, especially this season. But of course, we want to win it. I will be really happy if we win it.
Good luck.
Thank you.